Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and you're welcome to the program. It is the second day of August, Tuesday morning. I hope you're having yourselves a wonderful day so far. And of course, today is a day, of course, we celebrate, of course, people, of course, who have become investors in several sectors. And of course, as we as financial markets here, we specialize in investment and saving, particularly in financial instruments that, of course, include the stocks and the debt markets. I hope you're having yourselves a good time wherever you're watching us from. If it's your first time here, you can catch the show on YouTube right now. That is on our live stream at Smart 24 TV Live. You can also catch the show live on our Go TV channel, that is 394, or on our free-to-air decoder channel as well. And of course, you will be catching business content 24 hours, 7 days a week. You're welcome to the program. This is Financial Markets, and we analyze here particularly the stock market. We look at how the stock market has performed. We look at the winners and the losers of the day. And we also provide opportunity for younger investors who are looking to invest in these markets for the very first time with financial knowledge and financial literacy as regards investing and saving, particularly into these financial instruments. I hope, of course, you stay with us for today. We are going to have also a segment where we're going to talk about cryptocurrency. If you have been someone who has been fascinated by cryptocurrency and you would want to learn more, then you need to stick around till the end of the show, as we shall be talking to Mr. Ntabugahume Victor, who is a legal student and as well a very ardent supporter of fintechs as well as digital currencies and the regulation around that. So there have been speculations definitely about this currency. There are people who have lost their money when people came to them and told them that, you know what, you can buy crypto and the next day you'll be able to sell it at very high prices and you'll be a billionaire, you'll be a millionaire or something like that. And of course, these have come at a very huge cost, especially to young Ugandans who are trying to get quick returns. And through these Ponzi schemes, some people have lost money and have lost hope in cryptocurrency. And even the Bank of Uganda this year halted, it did not ban, but halted the cryptocurrency transaction for some time, as of course a way of kind of trying to regulate how these cryptocurrencies are being transacted, especially from cryptocurrency to mobile money on the Ugandan telecommunications lines. And of course, we shall be talking deeply into the regulations around these digital currencies. Are they viable? And why should people really not lose hope in cryptocurrency? Just a story maybe for you there. In the month of July, we saw the worst period for cryptocurrency prices since the year 2020, with the Bitcoin going below the 20,000 mark to over 160, to over the 20,000 mark to about 16,000 US dollars per coin. That was a very drastic drop from the former actually 30,000 US dollars at the beginning of the year. And very many people witnessed losses, especially investors who had invested very much during the period in 2020 and 2021, looking like they had almost lost about 50% of their value on the market. So we're going to be looking into that later on with Mr. Ntabugahume Victor, and definitely you can bring in your questions, you can bring in your comments on our Twitter handle, that is at Smart24 TV. You can also follow and like, and also you can leave a comment in the YouTube live stream, and we will be able to access it and be able to share it here with our guest. Otherwise, I hope you're having yourselves a good time. Let's have a look at the stock market. The stock market here in Uganda opens at exactly 9 a.m. and closes at 1 p.m. That is during the weekdays from Monday to Friday. And of course, it is the Uganda Securities Exchange that is mandated to carry out the trade of these securities especially particularly here we're talking about the stocks or shares. And looking into yesterday's markets, we see that the index went up, the all-share index really went up, and that is the second day in a row of good performance of our index here. And we see that several companies were able to gain as well, though most of them are cross-listed, including KCB, East African Breweries Limited, and Centum, as well as Nation Media Group. Now, looking at also how the tradings were done, in aggregate, we had 4 listed companies participate in trading, and amongst these 4, we had the day ending with 5 gainers, and we had about 5 gainers and a couple of losers on the market. And we're seeing that the gainers were led by Kenya Commercial Bank, who came in at a 2.37% gain, closing the day with a price of 1,335.73. That is the second day in a row in which KCB Bank is gaining there on the stock market. KCB Bank was followed by MTN Uganda, who gained by 2.14%, returning to 189.02 Ugandan shillings from 185 Ugandan shillings yesterday but one. And as you can see, that is a 2.14%. That's about 4.2 shillings gain, 4.02 shillings gain in price. If you remember, if you've been following the stock on MTN, significantly it has been increasing from 185 now to 189, and of course that's still the range, within the range we are expecting the prices for MTN stock there, but currently you can see that by the close of the markets yesterday at 1 p.m. MTN had a closing price of 189, and of course it was one of the companies that recorded some good volumes, and matter of fact the highest volume of trade, over 234,864 shares were traded on this particular account of MTN yesterday. MTN Uganda was followed by East African Breweries Limited, who gained by 1.64%. And East African Breweries Limited has crossed the 5,000 line as we speak. Now it's trading at 5,039.42. Just a couple of days back, East African Breweries Limited stock was trading even as low as 4,400. We had 4,700 somewhere. And so, meaning it has really gained strength over this week. As you can see, even yesterday, it was amongst the top gainers. It's currently maintaining its position in the top gainers here on the stock market, with a total of about 5,039.42 Ugandan shillings per share. Then when we move to Centum Investment Company, Centum at 302.53 gained by 1.03% to close with that price of 302.53. The second day in a row as well of gaining at this particular stock. Nation Media Group came in position number 5, as you can see there, with a 0.56% gain, closing the day with a price of 619.99. Those were the top gainers performing on the stock market. Now, literally, these people that are trading on these particular stocks are gaining value. That's why it's important for us to look into the gainers and the losers, because this particular incidence of gaining means that the buyers who bought at a lower price the day before or the other day have gained a little bit of value. However small, they have gained value on their stock, and that's what the goal of every investor should be: investing for value addition. You have to invest in a stock where you're hoping that sometime you will actually be able to have a higher value on that particular stock. And you can see that most of these top 5 gainers are cross-listed, apart from MTN, who traded the biggest volume yesterday of over 230,000 shares on the stock market. And of course, much as only 4 participated in trading, we had 5 gainers. So the companies really have pushed this index, as we're going to see later on, into the positive direction. And we are seeing that movement due to these companies that have been resilient and have maintained a very great performance. However, on the losing side, still we had several losers on the market, 4 in total. Jubilee Holdings Limited came in at the bottom with a closing price of 8,074.43 after losing about 0.59%. And East African Kenya Airways as well came in as a loser at a 0.49% loss, and he lost to a price of 124.32. Not a significant drop really. Looking at the prices of Kenya Airways since last week, you can see that he's still resilient, much as he came out with a daily loss yesterday at 0.49%. Nothing really to worry about here at Kenya Airways. Stanbic Bank Uganda, however, was also among the losers at a 0.43% loss, ending the day with a 20.88 Ugandan shillings price share per share. And you can see that Stanbic Bank has still maintaining its level above 20 shillings, but still struggling to maintain that there as it loses and gains on particular days. But also we are seeing that it was among the companies that traded some good volume after trading about 25,600 shares yesterday at Stanbic Bank. Then Equity Bank Limited at 1,558.08, lost by about 0.39%. And this loss, of course, significantly implies that Equity Bank Limited is still one of the biggest, the most valuable stocks still, however, but still you can see that the drop significantly is due to some of the factors that are outside the control of the market, because we don't see any traded volumes on this particular counter on the market as well. Those were the bottom losers for the stock market here in Uganda. Remember, this data is courtesy of the Uganda Securities Exchange, our partners here, and they're telling you that you can right now trade and open yourself an SCD account. And this SCD account will help you be able to trade on several counters. You can open this account for free of charge by simply dialing, if you have an MTN line, if you're an MTN subscriber, you can dial *165 *65 hash, or you can dial *165 hash, and then you choose option 6, that is financial services, and then after that you choose option 5, which is the Uganda Securities Exchange. And when you do that, they will give you access to the USE portal, where you will be able to fill in details about yourself, that is your personal identification data, including your NIN number, your personal maybe passport number, and then the account will definitely be opened for you if the data you have entered is correct. And after the account is open, all you have to do is look out for a stockbroker who you would want to trade on your behalf. As you know, at the exchange at the moment, we only trade through stockbrokers, and many people have this question: I want to buy shares, but I want to do this on my own. Well, at the moment, the rules, the laws and regulations do not allow that. You can only trade through a stockbroker, and this stockbroker will trade on your behalf, but depending on your interests and your terms, and of course your agreements with your particular stockbroker, because you give the broker instructions after, of course, you analyzing your risk appetite, after, of course, looking at how you're going to deal maybe with the stock market, your interests, are interested in particular companies, and then that is during their KYC, know your customer. And when they do that, they will definitely try to get into your head and see and picture exactly what you would want, but you can still tell them that, hey, I want to buy MTN stock, and they will do it without any hold up, because you're the boss, and they're just, of course, helping you just to be able to access and buy these instruments. And these stockbrokers are just 4 in number right now as we speak. There are only 4 on the market that are licensed, at least by now, by the Capital Markets Authority. And we have SBG, that is Standard Bank Group, which is a subsidiary of Stanbic Uganda Holdings. We also have Dyer and Blair Investments, which is also a very renowned stock brokerage firm. We also have UAP Old Mutual, stock brokerage firm. And then we have the last one there, we have Crested Capital brokerage firm as well. And these can be reached out, of course, online. You can visit their website and find more about them, and then you can also get in contact with them and make your own consultations about the stock market, about buying securities. They can not only help you buy, by the way, some of them can not only help you buy stocks, but they can help you also buy other instruments like the treasury bonds and bills. And these are still very lucrative assets to invest in, and they are some of the financial markets that drive growth for several countries. So this is also an opportunity for you. If you want to diversify your portfolio, you can still go into other instruments as well. We're going to go into a very quick break, and when we return, we're going to talk about the details of these markets yesterday, looking at each of the top performers in detail and each of the bottom performers. But later on the show, remember, we are talking about cryptocurrency with Mr. Victor. Stay with us. We'll be right back.